It is day 2 of the 17th G20 Leaders Summit in Bali, and the leaders of the group of 20 major economies have issued a declaration outlining that they deplore in the strongest terms Russia's aggression against Ukraine. The declaration also saying that most members strongly condemn the war in Ukraine, further outlining how the international law must be upheld. While the declaration was issued, there will, however, be no family photograph during this year's G20 summit. Chinese President Xi Jinping met with the French President Emmanuel Macron on the sidelines of the summit. Macron said both the countries should rejoin forces in order to tackle the same big international challenges, including the climate change crisis and the crisis in Ukraine. However, a planned meeting between the UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and the Chinese President Xi Jinping has been cancelled. According to Downing Street, the meeting between the two leaders was cancelled due to scheduling issues. The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has officially taken over India's G20 presidency, also held separate bilaterals with the leaders of 8 countries on the margins of the 2-day summit, that is with Indonesia, Spain, France, Singapore, Germany, Italy, Australia and the UK. For more on this, we were earlier joined by our principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibal from Bali.
Well, it's a significant moment for India. India will be chairing the grouping. It has been handed over, but the presidency starts from 1st of December. And it's for the first time that India will be the president of the grouping, a grouping that essentially became a grouping of heads of government or states after the 2008 financial crisis. We have heard the speech of the Indian Prime Minister, but what I can tell you from Bali is that the mood is ecstatic in the Indian delegation, because this is something that everyone was looking forward to. We saw the visuals of the handing over ceremony, the Indonesian president handing over that baton when it comes to the presidency. But when it comes to the Indian presidency, one thing is for sure, it comes at a time when there are concerns and challenges. We know the Indonesian presidency was very tough because of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and that essentially put Indonesia in a spot, given that it had to act as a bridge between Russia and the West. Now, that job India has to do for next 1 year, starting from 1st of December, how it can bridge the divide between Russia and the West. And will Russian President Vladimir Putin attend the summit that takes place in the month of September in New Delhi? That will be a significant moment if India is able to bring the Russian President Vladimir Putin and of course the Western leaders together at the same platform. That will be a significant diplomatic victory for India. And also remember that this time there hasn't been any family photo, while this is just all the leaders coming together. But the fact that it has not happened also shows that there was a major divide between West and Russia.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.